first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
First play, and Wilson wants to throw it. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. To throw is Wilson.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. Anytime you sack Russell Wilson, that's a win for the defense. But to get him here on his opening drive of the ballgame, that's a really big win for that defense.
And the goal every week, keep him in the pocket. Don't let him get to the perimeter, because when he's in the open field, not only can he hurt you, but also you lose sight of receivers downfield, and they'll hurt you with big plays.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot.
And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice, because you've got to stay alert back there in every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
A check-in on the numbers last week for Robinson.
20 carries, 63 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
2nd and 2.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now, way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings, just so professional, mature. Looks like he's been in the league 5 years.
Yeah, he cares about the game. He cares about his performance, and it's showing.
And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line.
So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Wilson. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Play action. Now Wilson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Wilson.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain.
And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle to Beckham. It'll be a gain of 5 at its second down. They'll set up a throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Back to throw again. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, it's Thomas.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Now back to throw.
Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas,
his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Got a man open, it's Sutton.
And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Now Wilson. Finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bobby McCain.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Pass complete on the out route to Beckham.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
He'll look to throw.
He's going to drop this one down to Gibson.
And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Touchdown, Washington.
Curtis Samuel from 8 yards out.
And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Wilson, and his throw is going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders back out late in this first half. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw.
Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we're sitting down the coast now to Orlando, it's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you thought. Let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Broncos. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished in the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for Washington, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the 3rd quarter.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And yet again, it's McLaurin. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At the 34.
Here's Williams to start the drive.
And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run it again with Williams.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
He'll drop to throw.
Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's caught by OBJ.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
They'll look to throw.
This pass complete to McLaurin going across the middle.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? You got to try to go with the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Open man is the tight end, John Bates.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Now Wilson.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked off by Cole Holcomb, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle to Beckham.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Robinson up the middle.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
Back to throw here.
This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Dancing to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do that? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
Over the middle, complete to Judy. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
From the 38, Wilson into the hands of Patrick left side.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
To throw again is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. On third down, Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Wilson to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Here's Wilson. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tim Patrick, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Broncos are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught left side, it's Beckham.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Hand off now to Robinson.
And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Robinson with another carry.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
On third down, Robinson.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
This to make it a 3-score game late.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.